Hey everyone! Today I'll tell you more about Surin Island, which we visited during our trip to Thailand. I'll try to show you not only the highlights but also some downsides of this tour. Hopefully, this will be useful if you haven't been there yet. Let's start with why we chose Surin in the first place. We were staying in Khao Lak, and the two closest islands for us were Similan and Surin, just about an hour away by boat. Any other islands would have meant about 3 hours of transfer time and waking up at 5 a.m., which honestly we weren't too excited about. Since we hadn't been to either Surin or Similan before, both sounded very tempting, and they're actually quite similar. The main difference, as we were told, is that Surin has a small village where a local Sea Gypsy tribe lives, while Similan is more about beautiful scenery and photo spots. As for snorkeling and swimming, they said it's basically the same at both. We were really curious to visit the tribe, so we decided on Surin. We booked the tour in town. You can find them being sold literally everywhere. It didn't take us long to realize that all sellers were offering the same tour to Surin, even though the pictures were different, so we walked around a bit and found the best price. The price difference between sellers was about 20%, so it's worth shopping around to save some money. In the morning, a transfer picked us up at our hotel, a small but clean and comfy minivan. The ride took around 30 minutes, but since we stopped at other hotels to pick people up, it stretched out a bit longer. We were advised to bring towels, extra swimsuits to change into, and plenty of water. I'd also personally recommend packing some extra snacks or power bars because all that swimming will definitely make you hungry. Although they did provide breakfast, lunch, and even a light dinner. We arrived at a small harbor with just a pier and a nearby building where they handed out snorkels and fins. There were showers, toilets, and changing rooms there too. I highly recommend not skipping the fins. They make swimming so much easier, you get less tired and can swim much farther. The boats were comfortable and the crew worked hard to make sure everyone felt good. And yes, there was even a small toilet on board. After about an hour on the boat, we arrived at our first snorkeling spot. Overall, we stopped at around 5 different locations and spent about 3 hours snorkeling in total. Definitely enough time to enjoy the water. The underwater world was beautiful, but you could feel that the area was a bit over-touristed. There were just too many people. Still, it didn't spoil the experience. You just had to swim a bit further away from the crowds to enjoy it fully. After snorkeling, we headed to the island for lunch. Since the boats couldn't go into shallow water, we switched to small traditional fishing boats that ferried us to the beach and back. Lunch was simple but hearty, chicken with noodles and rice. The selection wasn't huge and it was a bit spicy, but you could definitely eat your fill. There were showers and toilets on the island, and even a small hotel. We had some time to relax on the beach before moving on. The staff were very attentive, keeping track of the time and making sure everyone got on the right boats. After the break, we visited the Sea Gypsy village. It was a unique experience getting a glimpse into the life of a community that has lived in harmony with the ocean for centuries. They showed us how they catch fish, build boats, and live day to day. There were also some souvenirs for sale. Of course, it wasn't all completely traditional. You could spot satellite dishes and kids playing with gadgets, but it was still fascinating to explore and learn about their culture. And that pretty much wrapped up the tour. We boarded the boats, headed back to the pier, returned our snorkel gear, took a quick shower, and were offered some more food. Then they put us back into the minivan and drove us to our hotels. Overall, the tour was absolutely worth it. If we visit Thailand again, we'd definitely take a trip to the neighboring islands as well to explore more. Big shout out to the crew. They really did a great job making the day smooth and enjoyable.